to get overwhelmed with the amount of information out there on different diets and meal patterns, the following slides provide information on a few diets recommended by and approved by USDA that can help you develop a healthy eating pattern. Next, please. Mediterranean diet is one of those diets that has been mentioned in USDA as a very good diet, and there are multiple researches supporting that there are so many health benefits for Mediterranean diet. What is Mediterranean diet? The Mediterranean diet is a way of eating based on the traditional cuisine of countries bordering the Mediterranean Sea. The foundation of the Mediterranean diet is vegetable, fruits, herbs, nuts, beans, and whole grains. Meals are built around these plant-based foods. The main components of Mediterranean diet include daily consumption of vegetables, fruits, and whole grain and healthy fats, weekly intake of fish, poultry, beans, and eggs, moderate portion of low-fat dairy products, limited intake of red meat. So you see red meat at the very end. Other important elements of Mediterranean diet are sharing mealtime with family and friends, enjoying a glass of red wine, and being physically active. Next, please. So why Mediterranean diet? According to US News and World Report, the Mediterranean diet is the best overall and easiest to follow in 2020, 2019, and 2018. Interest in Mediterranean diet began in 1960s when the observations that coronary heart disease caused fewer deaths in Mediterranean countries, such as Greece and Italy, than the US and Northern Europe. Subsequent studies found that Mediterranean diet is associated with reduced risk factor for cardiovascular disease. The Mediterranean diet is one of the healthy eating plans recommended by the Dietary Guidelines for Americans to promote health and prevent chronic disease. It's also recognized by the World Health Organization as a healthy and sustainable dietary pattern. Healthy fats are the mainstay of the Mediterranean diet. They are eaten instead of less healthy fats, such as saturated fat and trans fat, which contribute to heart disease. Olive oil is the primary source of added fat in the Mediterranean diet. Olive oil provides monounsaturated fat, which has been found to lower total cholesterol and LDL, low-density lipoprotein, or bad cholesterol level. Nuts and seeds also contain monounsaturated fat. Fish are also important in Mediterranean diet. Fatty fish such as mackerel, herring, sardines, albacore tuna, salmon, and lake trout are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, a type of polyunsaturated fat that may reduce inflammation in body. Omega-3 fatty acids also help decrease triglycerides, reduce blood clotting, and decrease the risk of stroke and heart failure. Dietary approaches to stop hypertension, or DASH. This is another one that is been mentioned in USDA recommended guidelines. DASH eating plan exemplifies healthy eating. It was designed to increase intake of foods expected to lower blood pressure while being heart healthy and meeting Institute of Medicine IOM nutrient recommendations. It's available at specific calorie levels. It was adopted from the dietary pattern developed for the dietary approach to stop hypertension research trials. In this trials, the DASH dietary pattern lowered blood pressure and LDL cholesterol level, resulting in reduced cardiovascular disease. DASH eating plan is low in saturated fat and rich in potassium, calcium, magnesium, as well as fiber and protein. It also is lower in sodium than the typical American diet. and include menus with 2 levels of sodium, 2300 and 1500 milligram per day. It meets the dietary reference intake for all essential nutrients and stays within limit for overconsumed nutrients, while allowing adaptable food choices based on food preferences, cost, and availability. Next, please. Different types of plant-based diets are generally defined by what they exclude. When a diet is called plant-based, it most often is some variety of a vegetarian eating pattern. In general, plant-based diets exclude animal products and promote a diet that is centered around plant food. Multiple health benefits have been associated with plant-based diets, and we will review some of that with you today. Here you see different categories of vegetarian diet. These categories include that being on vegetarian diet doesn't necessarily mean eliminating meat or meat products. Vegetarian diet exists along a continuum, a variety of eating style based on personal preferences. The term plant-based or plant-based nutrition refers to what foods are encouraged for the majority of food intake. Next, please. Healthy vegetarian pattern includes changes in food group composition and amounts based on assessing the food choices of vegetarians. The pattern is similar in meeting nutrient standards for the healthy US-style pattern, but somewhat higher in calcium, fiber, lower in vitamin D due to differences in the foods included. The health benefits of vegetarian diets are well known and include protective factors for treating overweight or obesity, heart disease, hyperlipidemia, high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, and osteoporosis. Next, please. Okinawa in Japan is a beautiful example of some of the healthiest traditions of Asian heritage diet. Okinawans have adopted the Chinese concept that food is nuchi gusai. I practiced a lot to pronounce this. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. Meaning medicine for life, with properties that can help to prevent and treat illness and maintain health. Key eating habits include a high consumption of local vegetables, soybeans, seaweed, sweet potatoes, and turmeric, and low intake of salt. Okinawans also practice harai hachi bu, the habit of eating until one is 80% full rather than overeating. I see that you already moved to the next one. Research has supported beneficial aspects of traditional Asian diets. Studies in Japan have associated unsweetened green tea with a decreased risk of type 2 diabetes. Traditional Asian dishes include many cruciferous vegetables like cauliflower, cabbage, cress, bok choy, and broccoli, which are associated with reduced risk of various diseases. In one study in India, even eating three more servings of green leafy vegetable a week was associated with substantially lower risk of heart disease. Soybeans are also prevalent in Asian diet, whether in soy milk, soup, tofu, and they can in part replace red and processed meats as a source of protein. Whole grains such as brown rice and barley, which were more prevalent in Asian diets a century ago, also offer health benefits and lower glycemic load. According to one meta-analysis summarizing all available studies, an increase of 2 servings a day of whole grain intake is associated with a 21% lower risk of diabetes. There are many different ways to follow plant-based or vegetarian diet. This is another visual of a continuum of dietary pattern and how they may be labeled. To be clear, diet refers to an eating pattern, not a restriction of calorie or nutrients. Research examining the benefits of plant-based diets such as DASH and Mediterranean show that population with small intake of animal products can also experience health benefits when compared with general population. No matter where a vegetarian fall on the continuum of exclusion, it's critical to include a variety of plant-based food to meet individual nutrient needs. Acculturation is the process by which individuals who immigrate into a new country adopt the attitude, value, customs, beliefs, and behaviors of the new culture. Acculturation in general is the general exchange between the original attitude and behavior associated with the originating country and those of the host culture. When it comes to food culture, acculturation has also taken its place in many of these ethnic diets by becoming Americanized. Although the nature of most of these diets, whether it's Asian, Mexican, or Mediterranean, is health-based and natural to fulfill the customer's taste and to add more flavor, the original recipe has taken place with added extra calorie and unhealthy ingredients. Above, you'll find some tips on how to make healthy choices when ordering in these ethnic restaurants. With all the focus on weight in our society, it isn't surprising that millions of people fall prey to fad diets and bogus weight loss products. Conflicting claims, testimonials, and hype by so-called experts can confuse even the most informed consumers. The bottom line is simple. If a diet or product sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Keto, Atkins, zone diet, low-fat and very low-fat diets such as Paritakin's principle, Scarsdale, magic foods such as rice, raw food diet, and liquid diet. For the food groups, these diets do permit the amounts. For the food groups, these diets do permit the amounts are either well above or well below those recommended by major health organizations like the American Heart Association, American Diabetes Association, and the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, as well as the Surgeon General and the USDA. Avoid any diet that eliminates or severely restricts entire food group or macronutrients such as carbohydrate. Even if you take a multivitamin, you'll still miss some critical nutrients. When you go on fad diet and exclude necessary nutrients, you're putting yourself at risk for becoming ill. Getting too little of any nutrient may not cause an immediate problem, but it is lacking. But if it's lacking for a long time, you may find you have health problems. There are no foods or pills that magically burn fat. No superfood no superfoods will alter your genetic code. No products will miraculously melt fat while you're watching TV or sleep. Some ingredients in supplements and herbal products can be dangerous and even deadly for some people. Next, please. Fad diets. Fad diets take many forms. They make dieting and weight loss seem easy. To help you determine if a diet is fad, ask yourself these questions. Does it ask you to eliminate or one or several food groups, and so on and so forth? Here's a list of all the questions that you need to ask. Losing weight permanently is not easy, but it can be done. It takes determination, calorie counting, lifestyle changes, along with smart food choices. And that is it. Any questions for me? No, I will take questions if you have any.
I have a question on eggs.
Go ahead.
if you're not eating any meat at all, but eat eggs, is there an upper limit to how many eggs you should maybe eat in a week or so?
Um, they used to say that egg is not good for your cholesterol, but research is recently showing that it's not really. There's very low, and it's not really affecting your blood cholesterol level. And egg is the most has the most complete amino acids, and it is. I don't think, as long as you need to be mindful of the calorie if you're talking about like so many eggs, but it's very good, and um, it's a complete protein, so it can be substitute for meat.
So maybe one or two a day even would not be too much.
No, I don't think it will be.
Okay, great.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Just try to keep it under 50 a week.
50.
Jumbo eggs, okay.
You didn't mention anything about salad dressings when you were talking about salads. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Oh, low fat.
um Salad dressings are loaded. When I say loaded, I mean loaded with calories and fat. However, um, just coming up with any kind of replacement, or if you want to use it, if you're ordering it, definitely make sure to order it on the side and just control your own the amount that you're eating. What I do is just order it. And if there's my favorite dressing in one of the restaurants that I can't say no to it, I always order it on the side, and just kind of like, just as long as I feel the flavor of it, I add it to my food, my salad. Um, Definitely not mixed with your salad, on the side always. The best one is always, adding some lemon or lime juice and or vinegar. The best is just stay away from it, but it's if you can't, then somehow control the amount you're eating.
Is there a way of preparing white rice that you would feel make it more friendly?
I'm sorry, say it one more time, please.
Yes. Is there a way of preparing white rice that you would find more friendly since it's not preferred over the brown rice?
What I do, I steam it. That's the way that we make. I'm from Middle East, and white rice is a big part of the diet. So I steam it, and I only add just a little bit olive oil on top of it. When you're stir frying, it takes a lot of oil and fat, but steaming it keeps the flavor, and just doesn't require a lot of fat and oil.
I feel better now. Good. Thanks.
No problem.
How does hummus figure in all of this?
Hummus, chickpeas, like very good, iron, and yes, definitely. However, when you're adding what is that called, tahine, it has a lot of oil. So if you're preparing your own hummus, you can control the amount of the tahine, which is a sesame paste.
Right.
So you can just don't add too much of it. It's very easy to prepare it, so you can prepare it at home, and it's very chickpeas, like very good source of iron and all kind of good micronutrients. So it's good fiber.
But once you start adding the pita chips, does it still remain as good?
Uh, I don't know. I wouldn't
Okay. Well,
recommend
it wasn't a
that.
trick question, but I was curious.
Yeah, if you're buying pita, and go for the whole grain.
Very good. Thank you.
It's better choice.
Mhm.
Okay.
Wow, very good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Any other questions?
Do you have any guidelines on if you're trying to diet, Not like trying to drop a lot of weight all at once, but is there a certain percentage of weight to lose at a time or per week or something like that?
What is recommended is 2 pounds, 1 to 2 pounds per week. Anything more than that would be a quick fix, and it would normally it will come back, and it's not safe. So 1 to 2 pounds by dropping 500 calories per day from what you're eating, it's expected to be 1 to 2 pounds a week.
Okay, so dropping 500 calories from what
A
you're
day?
Okay.
Yes.
So maybe take a journal of what you're normally eating, and then just figure out what's 500
Yes, a
calories.
24 food diary is the best one. Just label reading and being more familiar with amounts, portion control, and all that is the best way. Other than that, like we talked about it in the slide, don't go for any diet that is eliminating any kind of food group.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. More questions?
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Bye.